Beautiful, beautiful, Ron. And stick with us because, and you folks out there stick with us too, because we'll be right back after Paul Harvey's news and comment. This is WKDR in Plattsburgh and Burlington. Thank you, Pat. And we're back again. I'm Mac McClary, and with me this morning is a real special friend, Mr. Ron Wood, and his golden voice. And Ron, you have something special for us there. Would you
Yes, Mac,
tell us about it?
I do. It was recorded in 1976. It was sponsored by Post 20 American Legion of Plattsburgh. It is entitled Ballad of America. And Mac, if you love this great country, as I know that you do, and the way that I love it, this will have a great deal of inspiration to all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, may I give you my interpretation of Ballad for Americans.
In 76, the sky was red and thunder rumbling overhead. Bad King George couldn't sleep in his bed, and on that stormy morn, old Uncle Sam was born. Some birthday man, old Sam, he put on a three-cornered hat, and in a Richmond church he sat. And Patrick Henry told him that while America drew breath, it was liberty or death. Old Uncle Sam in a three-cornered hat? Do you think that they believed in liberty in those days? Why, nobody, I mean nobody who was anybody believed it, and everybody who was anybody, they doubted it. Why, the nobodies ran a tea party in Boston. Betsy Ross organized a sewing circle, and Paul Revere had a horse race. And a little ragged group believed it, and some wise men and some fools believed it, and I believe it too. And do you know who I am? Well, maybe you don't, but I'll try and explain. Then Mr. Tom Jefferson, a mighty fine man, he wrote it down in a mighty fine plan, and the rest all signed it with a mighty fine hand, as a brand new country did indeed arise. A mighty fine idea, adopted unanimously in Congress, July 4th, 1776. We hold those truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, but among these rights are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's what they said, the very words. But then do you know what happened after that? Building a nation is awful tough, and the people found the going rough, and 13 states weren't large enough, so they started to expand into the western land. Yahoo! Still nobody who was anybody believed it, and everybody who was anybody, they stayed at home. But Lewis and Clark and the pioneers, driven by hunger and haunted by fears, the Klondike miners and the 49ers, some wanted freedom, some wanted riches, but they believed it, and I believe it too. And do you know who I am? Well, it's kind of hard to tell you, because you see, I represent the let my people go. That's right. That's the idea. Old Abe Lincoln was thin and long. His heart was high, and his faith was strong. He hated oppression, and he hated wrong. And he went down to his grave to free the slave. Man in white skin can never be free while his black brother is in slavery. And we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, and that government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from the earth. Abraham Lincoln said that on November 19th, 1863 at Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Maybe you still don't know who I am. The machine age came with a great big roar as America grew in peace and war. And a million wheels went around and around, and the cities reached into the sky and dug down deep into the ground. And some got rich, and some got poor. Still, nobody who was anybody believed it, and everybody who was anybody, they doubted it. And they're doubting it still, and I guess they always will. But who cares what they say when I'm on my way? What's that you're saying? You want to know my name? Who am I? You want to know my racket and what I do for a living? Well, I'm an engineer, musician, street cleaner, carpenter, teacher.
Are you a farmer?
Yeah, I'm a farmer.
An office clerk?
Yes, sir.
A mechanic?
That's right.
Housewife?
Certainly, gorgeous.
Factory worker?
You said it, buddy.
Stenographer?
Yes, ma'am.
Beauty specialist?
Absolutely.
Bartender?
Positively.
Truck driver?
Definitely. Miner, seamstress, ditch digger. All of them, I'm the et ceteras and the ends and the so forths that do the work. What's that, lady? Am I an American? I'm just an Irish, Negro, Jewish, Italian, French and English, Spanish, Russian, Chinese, Polish, Scots, Hungarian, Latvian, Swedish, Finnish, Canadian, Greek and Turk and Czech and double-check American. And that ain't all. Well, you see, my friends, I was baptized Baptist, Methodist, Congregationalist, Lutheran, Atheist, Roman Catholic, Orthodox, Jewish, Presbyterian, Seventh-day Adventist, Mormon, Quaker, Christian Science, and a lot more. Our country's young, and our country's strong, and her greatest songs are still unsung. From her plains and mountains we have sprung to keep the faith with those who have gone before us. Why, we nobodies who anybody believe in, we anybodies who everybody, we don't doubt it. Out of the cheating, out of the shouting, out of the murders and the lynchings, out of the windbags, the patriotic sproutings, out of uncertainties and dyings, it will come again. Our marching song is gonna come again. Simple as a hit tune, deep in our valleys, high as our mountains, and as strong as the people who have made it. Oh, you see, my friends, I have always believed it. And I believe it more today than I have in all of my life. And do you know who I am? I'm America.
All right, Ron, that was absolutely terrific. A wonderful, wonderful narration. And we've had a few calls, individuals telling us that they're taping the show, and I'm quite sure if anything is saved off of this entire program, it's going to be that rendition that you just gave us prior to Columbia, the Gem of the Ocean. We're back again on WKDR's special edition of AM Live, celebrating the 4th of July. And still with me this morning, Mr. Ron Wood. Ron, what have you got for us now?
Well, first of all, Mac, I want to acknowledge Chuck Reset and Coldwell Bankers. I know they're not advertising this morning, but did you notice when you came through the city of Plattsburgh, there was a flag placed in front of every house on every street. And I believe that this is the third year that Chuck Reset and the workers at Coldwell Bankers in Plattsburgh have done, and I think they are to be commended.
You're absolutely right, Ron. This is the third year. However, when I headed out for the studio this morning, they hadn't got to my street yet. But I suspected that they would be doing it again. I don't know. It's just a wonderful thing to do, and to walk out of your front door in the morning and see the street lined with red, white, and blue.
Oh.
It really makes your heart skip a beat, doesn't it?
It certainly does. But what a great morning and what a great hour we've had together. And with your permission, I'd like to conclude with a Little America and apple pie. Is that all right if I conclude this segment?
Hey, listen, we'll run into the next program if we have to for that. Go ahead, Ron.
Thank you. Give my regards to Broadway. Remember me to Herald Square. Tell all the gang at 42nd Street that I will soon be there. Oh, whisper of how I'm yearning to mingle with the old-time throng. Give my regards to old Broadway and say that I'll be there ere long. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root for the Expos. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy, Yankee Doodle do or die. I'm a real live nephew of my Uncle Sam, born on the 4th of July. I've got a Yankee Doodle sweetheart. She's my Yankee Doodle joy. Yankee Doodle came to London riding on a pony. I am a Yankee Doodle. I am a Yankee Doodle boy. You're a grand old flag. You're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true under red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag. Should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag. This is WKDR, Plattsburgh and